Good morning, students. Now let us discuss about tracing of height of a binary tree. Now let us consider the algorithm that is written over here, or the C code. Let us take this example. Root node consisting of 4, 7 and then 5 followed by 6. Now let us start the tracing of finding the height of a binary tree. Main, okay, all the program get initialized or get started from the main method. Now from main method, let's say we are calling the function find height by passing the root node. Now find height, okay, find height as a function, and then we are passing the argument which is nothing but the root, which is a pointer variable. And note down, this function is going to return an integer, so the return type of this function is integer. Now let us check if root equal to null. Before that, as I said that any program gets started from the main function. From the main function, all the local variable get initialized like I, and then it gets called find height. Okay, find height is a method. This method gets called by passing the root of a tree, and then upon calling this, another stack frame will be created. That stack frame is going to execute this statement one by one. Okay, so all these statements get stored over here, line number 1 to 5 in this stack frame. So this stack frame we are going to expand further. By expanding, let's see what is going to happen while executing this statement one by one. Find height of root. So what is the root? Root is nothing but the 100. We are passing the root of the binary tree, which is nothing but, let me write for our reference, root is nothing but 100. Upon executing line number 1, if root equal to null, no. Now this is not null, it points to 100. So it will not return -1. Instead, it gets called line number 3. What is line number 3? It gets called the function find height of root of left. So what is the function find height? Root of left, root is 100, 100 left is 200. So this gets called the function again. Okay, find height of root of left. Now root of left is nothing but root is pointing to 200. Fine. So another stack frame get initialized, and then it will execute line number 1. If root equal to null, 200 is not null. Okay, so line number 2 will not execute. It gets initialized, or it gets called line number 3. In line number 3 gets executed. In line number 3, it gets called find height of root of left. Again, the same function gets called by passing root of left now. Now root of left is now pointing to 300. Fine. Now upon calling this function again, find height of 300. Now the root value is 300. First it will come and check if root equal to null. It is not null. It will not execute the line number 2. It will execute line number 3. Line number 3, find height of root of left. Now root is pointing to 300. 300 of left gets called. Now note down, 300 does not have any left child, so root is passed to as null value. Fine. Now after this, line number 1 gets executed. Now it checks root equal to null. Now root will become null. Root is null. So line number 2 will get executed. So what is line number 2? Return -1. Okay, it returned the value -1 back from where the function gets called. So now let us assume that it is returned to the line number 3. So the value of left gets stored -1, because left is a again integer variable. Okay, left is having -1 right now. Now it executes line number 4, okay, from this activation. So because this stack frame get activated, so line number 4 gets executed. In line number 4 again find height gets called. Find height gets called, again a stack frame get initialized by passing the root of right. Now what is root? Root is pointing to 300. 300 right. 300 is not having any right child. So now root is having the null value. Now it will come and execute the line number 1. Line number 1 is true. So return -1. So this will also, okay, return -1 to the line number 4. So what does that line number 4? The value of -1 is copied to the right variable. Okay, now note down both left and right is having -1. Then it executes line number 5. So what is the line number 5? Max of left comma right. Okay, now let us find what is max of -1 comma -1. Okay, both are having the same value, -1. So -1 plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so it will return 0. Note down the height of this node is, let me write, height equal to 0. That 0 is written from where this function gets called. This function gets called from the root of 200. Okay, so return 0 will return the value 0, okay, to, okay, this line number 3. So the left is having the value 0 now. Now let us execute line number 4. Line number 4 says that find height of root of right. Now what is the root value? Root value is 200. Okay, 200 right does not have any child. Let us assume that root is now pointing to, now the root value is null. Okay, and then it will come and execute the line number 1. Root equal to null. Yes, this is true. So this will return -1. Okay, this stack frame return -1 back to the line number what? Line number -1, which is assigned to the pointer or the variable called right. Okay, now let us execute line number 5. Max of left comma right. What is max of left comma right? 0 comma -1. Max is 0. 0 plus 1 equal to 1. Okay, so 1. So what is this? Height of this node is 1. So that is the meaning. So now note down height equal to 1, because maximum of this does not have any right child, so it will return 0. Sorry, it does not have any right child, so it will return -1. Now this will return 0 because the height of this subtree is 0, and then maximum of that is 0 minus 1 plus 1. So the height of this node, okay, the node that consisting of value or key 7 is 1 now. Okay, now after completing this, okay, after completing this, there is no statement further, so there is a close curly braces. So this will return back to the activation function as 1 to the line number 3. Okay, so 1 it will return, and that value 1 get assigned to the pointer which is left. Left is a variable. Now line number 4 will get execute. Line number 4 is nothing but calling the function find height of root of right. Now what is root? Root is nothing but 100. 100 right gets called. So now let us assume what is the root value of this. Since it has the right child, and right child is nothing but 6, and the root value of that is, what is the root value? Root value is nothing but 400. And then after passing this, line number 1 gets executed. Now let us check root equal to null. No, root is having some 400 value. 400 is the value, so line number 2 will not get executed. And then line number 3, upon executing line number 3, it will call the function again, find height of root of left. Root of left is nothing but null over here. Now root is equal to null. Okay, so it will return -1 back to the line number 3. Okay, now the line number 3 has left variable. Left is get assigned as -1. Similarly, line number 4 get executed next, and then this will also called by passing passing the root of right. Now root value is 400. 400 right. 400 right is also null, so root equal to null. Now it will come and check line number 1. Root is equal to null. Yes, because right child does not have any value, so root is null, and then it will return -1. So upon returning the -1, this will return back to the line number 4. So the variable right get assigned -1. Now 4 completed, line number 5 will get execute. What is line number 5? Max of left comma right plus 1. So what is max of left comma right? -1 comma -1 plus 1. Okay, which is 0. Fine. So what is 0? The height of this node. Okay, again 0. Note down, this is also a leaf node. This, the node value whose key value is 5 is also, the height is 0, and this node value is also 0. And note down, both the nodes are leaf node. Okay, so the height of this node is 0. That returns back from where this has been called. So this has been called at line number 4, so it will return 0, right? And that get assigned to the right. Fine. Now let us understand 5. What is line number 5? Return of max of left comma right. What is left? Left is 1, right is 0, and then take the max of this value. Max of this value is 1. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Okay, so 2 gets returned where? 2 gets returned to the function from where it has been called. So this, note down, after that there is no further line to execute, so there is a close curly braces. So from where this function gets called, it will call from the main function, right? So this height is nothing but the value 2. Okay, since this function gets called from the root node, so that 2 gets assigned to the I, because this is going to return that integer variable, so it will return 2. The 2 is nothing but the height of the root node, which is nothing but the height of a tree. So the height of the tree is nothing but the height of the root node. Now note down, height of the root node is now 2. That is going, that value is returned back to the main function. That value gets assigned to the variable I. Now you can print in the line number 2, print of the height of the binary tree is %d comma this I. That will get executed. So this is the simple tracing of finding the height of a binary tree. Thank you.